Namaste, and welcome to your Hatha yoga practice. We're going to begin in Shavasana. So go ahead and gently relax your body onto the mat, lowering down to your back, extending the legs towards the edge, maybe widening your feet to the edges of the mat or over the mat, allowing the arms to splay wide next to you. And taking some deep breaths, checking in with the body, scanning from the toes all the way up to the crown of the head. Taking inventory of where you're at today. Noticing the breath. Can you begin to deepen the inhales, elongate the exhales as we breathe calmly through the nose. Bring yourself to this moment, allowing thoughts, sensations, outside noises, and distractions to melt into the background. Allowing the breath to become the music behind you, the rhythmic fullness on the inhale, the releasing on the exhale. Spend a few rounds of breath here, tuning in, preparing the mind to focus. On your next exhale, let the breath out through open mouth. Draw the legs together and the arms overhead for a stretch, pointing the toes, reaching up the fingertips. Full inhale, lifting the torso off the mats, and exhale, bending the knees, hug them in towards you, wrapping the forearms around the shins. Lengthening through the back of the neck, slight tuck of the chin, maybe rocking a little left and right. And taking happy baby, reach between the inside of the legs and grab your toes or your ankles. Flat feet towards the ceiling. Drawing the knees downward as you press up through the heels. And you can rock back and forth here or find stillness. Pull the shoulders down the back, straighten again the spine against the floor, tucking the chin. Full inhale. Exhale, draw the heels together. Hug the knees in. And plant the feet on the mat. Gently windshield wiper the knees left and right. Dropping both knees to one side, then the other. And take your left arm across your body, taking a shoulder stretch, hook the right elbow around it, pressing the left arm towards your chest as you reach your left fingertips over the right side of the mat. Gently switch, extend that left arm long, stretch, reach it out. And then switch sides, cross the right arm across your chest, hooking the left elbow around your right. Press that right arm in, feeling stretch in that right shoulder as you reach your right fingertips over the other side of the mat. And gently releasing, extending the right arm over now the right side, reach, stretch. Bringing your arms at your side, knees bent. Begin with 3 bridge poses, but nice and gentle, so don't go up as high as you normally can for at least the first round. Feet are hip width distance apart. Relax the spine on the mat. Bring the forearms and the palms face down next to your hips. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Hugging the ribs in, press the belly button towards the low back. Press the feet into the mat, energizing the inner thighs. Inhale, lift the hips off the mat, just about 75% of the way that you know is your limit. Keep the shoulder blades on the mat, chin slightly tucked and neck relaxed. Powering through the thighs, imagining you have a block between your knees. You don't want to drop the block. Take a few more breaths in here. Continue lifting from the belly button, slight tuck the tailbone, keeping the low back neutral. And on an exhale, slowly lower back down to the mat, dropping the tailbone down. And take a breath. Moment of rest before we move to round 2 of bridge pose. When you're ready, set yourself back up, maybe even putting a block between your thighs. When you're ready, again, engage the belly, lift the hips, active in the thighs, the legs, relax the butt. Maybe lifting a little bit higher this time. If accessible to you, clasp your fingertips together, forming a fist. And wiggle the shoulder blades together, maybe lifting up into your bridge pose a little more. Feel an expansion through the heart space as the chest opens. Feet pressing down. Legs active. A few more breaths here as you can, or gently lower when you're ready. Release the fingertips. Roll the upper back down as you lower back, releasing from bridge pose. Find a moment of stillness here, noticing any sensations throughout the body. And then prepare for our 3rd round of bridge pose. If you're feeling a little cold in your body today or tense, tight muscles, feel free to take a supported bridge pose by taking a block and placing it underneath your sacrum, the low back area. If you're feeling a little bit more ready to move, warmed up today, you can take the normal bridge pose variation, lifting up as you're ready, keeping the legs active. Maybe clasping fingertips, bringing the shoulders underneath you. A couple breaths here. If you'd like an additional little challenge, you can shift the weight to the right foot and extend that left leg long, pointing the toes and maybe reaching that foot up towards the ceiling. Press down with the right foot. Try to keep the hips level. When you're ready, slowly lower that left leg and switch sides. Realign your bridge, finding lift, expansion through the collarbones, active in the legs as you shift your weight to the left foot and lift the right leg. Breathing here. Gently lowering that foot down. If you clasp your fingertips, release. Lowering the upper back, moving the shoulders apart to gently lower the bridge down. Gently removing that block from underneath you if you took supported bridge. And heel toe the feet together. Allow the knees to open to either side of the mat. Reach the arms up overhead. Deep breaths here. Open mouth exhales. We'll take 2 more of those. Full breath in. Cleansing breath out through the mouth. Last one. Bring your arms back down to your sides. Extend the legs long. Take another stretch. Point the toes. Keeping the arms at your side this time. Reach the fingertips down. Point the toes. Tuck the chin. Exhale, release. Roll the ankles and the wrists, one direction and then the other. Draw the left knee in for wind removing pose. Hug that left knee in as you press out through the right foot. Switch sides, releasing the left hand or the left leg. Drawing the right knee in, hugging it in, tuck at the chin, releasing down. And when you're ready, just curl to one side and gently press yourself up to sit in a comfortable seat. Find your tailbone reaching down, lengthening out through the spine. Relax the shoulders down your back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Still relax the shoulders down, so drop the shoulders into their sockets. Then exhale, release the right hand to the mat, reach the left arm up. Taking a side body stretch, so press that left sitting bone down, reach up through that left armpit. Keep that left shoulder pressing back so your heart space is opening towards the front of the room, maybe even upwards. Maybe your gaze looks up at your left fingertips. Expand through the left ribs. One more breath in here. Gently lower that left arm on the exhale. Other side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Reach up, press down with the hips. Relax the shoulders down the back. Exhale, lower the left arm. Reach the right arm up. Arching through the right side. Right sitting bone presses down. Right armpit reaches up. Pull that right shoulder back, open the heart. Look up towards your right fingertips. Final round of breath here. Exhale, release the right hand down. And go ahead and switch the crossing of your legs if you took a cross-legged seated posture. And cross your fingertips behind your low back or grab a strap if you don't have enough openness in the shoulders for that today. Draw the fists down. Inhale, look up. And exhale, fold forward over your legs. The arms come back up, overhead. Keep pressing your fingertips back. Let the head hang heavy. Breathing here. Seated yoga mudra. Inhale, halfway lift, straightening through the spine. And then coming up all the way, release the hands. Shake the hands out. Roll the shoulders. And then take one leg and cross it over so the knees are stacking. Whatever leg is on top, we're going to take cow face pose. So my right knee is on top. My right arm is going to just give myself a little pat on the back. You might also need the strap here. The other arm is going to come around behind, and you're going to reach for your fingertips or the other side of the strap. So you're either holding onto your strap or reaching for your fingertips, wiggling into place. Hug the ribs in. Press the tailbone down. Lengthen through the spine. Tuck the chin. Breathing here, feeling between the shoulder blades expand on the inhales. Maybe getting a little longer on the exhales. Opening through the elbows, increasing some space. And release the arms and switch the crossing of the legs. Stacking the knees as best you can. Feeling grounded in the sitting bones. Whatever leg is on top, that arm is going to give yourself a little pat on the back. Again, grabbing your strap, other arm comes back around so the back of the hand is towards the back and you're reaching for your fingertips or finding that strap. Inhale, expand through the chest, press the elbows back. Lift up out of the pelvis, but tuck the chin. Relax the shoulders. Ground down through the lower body. Finding length through the spine, openness in the chest and the back. Breathe. If nothing else, just breathe. Exhale to release. Uncross the legs and meet me in tabletop. Fingertips spread wide underneath your shoulders. Knees about hips width distance apart, directly under those hip points. Exhale to cat. Curl the spine, tuck the chin, press the air out. Inhaling to cow. And continue with this rhythmic motion. In and out. Arching and curling. Allow yourself to focus in on these moments, these movements in this moment. And see how naturally the body wants to balance out one posture from the other. Can we apply that to our life outside the yoga space? Knowing that for every action, there's a reaction. But for every fall, there's a spring. For every winter, there's a summer. We wouldn't know how good cat pose feels if we didn't spend some time in cow. We're going to play around a little bit with that theme. Balancing of the new and old, the good and the bad, and finding that equilibrium, that bliss that yoga introduces us to in the conscious observer state, where we begin to transcend the extremes. So we should be feeling pretty loosey-goosey good after those rounds of cat and cow. I'm going to continue with some tiger stretches. So extend that right leg long. We're going to bend the knee so that the heel presses in towards the glute. So my right leg is lifted, right heel pressing towards your glute. Reach the left arm up. Lengthening out fingertips. And exhale, curl it in, elbow to knee. Hug it in, find your cat pose. Inhale to extend the left arm, but we're going to bend that left knee back towards our glute, and then maybe reaching around with that left arm to grab the foot. Or maybe a strap, if you want to play around with that. Or maybe you're just reaching back for it. Kind of like a bow and arrow, reaching up with the foot in the hand. Finding that quad stretch. Breathe. Take a moment to find your balance. And then gently release, like a slow motion bow, releasing the arrow. Bring the right knee back down. And we'll switch sides. Extend the left leg long. Bend the knee and pull that left heel in towards your glutes. Extend the right arm long in front of you, like you're going to shake hands with someone. Find some length on the inhale. Exhale, curl it in. Elbow to knee, curl the spine, tuck the chin. Hug it in. Inhale to extend, but keeping that knee bent. Pressing the heel towards your glute. Reach that right arm around and back, finding maybe your left foot. Maybe you're not quite there. Reaching for whatever you've got. Find some openness in the heart, some balance. Opening in the quad, the top of the left leg. Slow motion release. Lower the right hand, lower the left knee. Bring the big toes to touch, widen the knees to the edges of the mat. Take a wide-legged child's pose. 3 breaths here. Exhale down. Inhaling back to tabletop. Step the right foot between the hands, taking a low lunge. So we're going to align our hips towards the top of the mat. So pull that right hip back, left hip forward, and reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up. Keep the heart lifted, look up. Exhale, the hands back behind you, clasping the fingertips at your low back or grabbing your strap. Shrug the shoulders down, reach the heart up. Breathe. Release the hands, but keep the gaze and the chest reaching up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, drop that left hand side of the right foot for an easy twist. Arm up, looking up at your right fingertips. Maybe finding that stretch, that sensation in the right side. Press down with the left hand, reach up with the right fingertips. Exhale, drop that right hand back. And then inhale, cartwheel your hand to frame the front foot. Breathing here. Exhale it out. Bring that right knee to meet the left. And we'll switch sides. Left foot between the hands. Right hip pulls forward, left hip pulls back, maybe even walking your foot back a little bit to keep those hips square. Press down in the lower body to reach up with the arms. Reach up, look up. Exhale, cactus arms, lowering the elbows. Keep the gaze and the heart lifted. Inhale, arms up. Gaze stays up. Exhale, the hands back behind you, clasping fingertips. Draw the fist down the spine. Open the heart towards the sky. Look up. Straighten through the spine. Maybe you need to tuck your tailbone. Lift the ribs. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale. Exhale, reach the fingertips down. Now inhale, arms up. Exhale, right hand comes down to the inside of the foot. Reach that left arm up. Easy twist in towards your left leg. Maybe sensing anything in that left side. Maybe in the shoulder blades as you squeeze them together and look up. Press down with the right hand. Inhale, reach up a little bit higher. Let your exhale drop that left hand back. Reaching back towards your foot. Inhale, cartwheel that left hand to frame the foot at the top of the mat, squaring your shoulders down, looking down. Lowering that left knee. Take a round of cat and cow. And then tuck the toes, lift the knees, send the hips back. Find your first downward facing dog. Taking any movements you need to welcome yourself into the posture. And then look between your hands and tiptoe towards the top of the mat. Find forward fold. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Breathe here. Exhale, release to forward fold. And let your inhale gently curl you up to stand, finding mountain pose. Head and neck are the last to lift. Relax the shoulders. Let the tailbone grow heavy. Run through the collarbones. And then inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step the feet back, find plank. 2 breaths here. And then we're gonna lower the right foot for side plank. So bringing the weight to the right side of the body, left leg stacks on top of the right, or you can plant the left foot down for a little extra support. 3 breaths in side plank, lift up through that left hip. Exhale, lower that left hand, lowering the knees to the mat, take a child's pose. Inhale, downward facing dog. Lift up through the tailbone, press your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, look between your hands, make your way to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay to lengthen. Next, exhale, we fold. Next, inhale, we roll to stand. Mountain pose. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, take it down, forward fold. Halfway lift on your inhale when you arrive. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to plank. 2 breaths here. Strong. Find some lift. And lower to the left edge of the foot, the left foot, preparing for side plank on the other side. Stack the right leg, lift the right arm, or you can plant your right foot in front of you for a little extra support. Lifting through that right hip, look up at your right fingertips maybe for a balance challenge. Hugging the ribs in, finding a little bit more lift. 1 more breath here. Exhale, lower that right hand down. Pivot the feet back, lower the knees. Child's pose. Exhale it out. Inhaling to downward facing dog. And then walk your feet to the edges of the mat. And walk the hands back between the feet, taking a wide-legged forward fold here. Keep a little bend in the knees. Balls of the feet carry the weight, lifting up through the sitting bones. Head hangs heavy. Finding some length in the back of the legs. Inhale, tent the fingertips up, straight back. Then walk them forward, finding a wide-legged downward dog. Lift up on the heels, press the chest towards your thighs, bend the knees, and then walk your feet forward to forward fold. Inhale to chair. Sweep the arms up, drop the hips. Hug the ribs in. Firm in the belly, toes are light. Inhale to stand. Breathe here. Finding tree pose. Palms together at heart center. Shift the weight to the right leg. Lift the left knee, coming to one-legged mountain first. And then bringing that left foot to the leg, wherever feels best for you today. 3 breaths of balance. Groin roots deep through the foot. Keep your focus. And then after your final exhale, draw that left knee forward. Extend the leg long in front of you. Slowly lower the heel. The feet meet on the mat. And we'll switch sides. Shift the weight to the left foot. Begin to lift that right knee, coming into one-legged mountain, lifting the right knee as much as you can, and then planting that foot on your leg. You can give yourself a little assistance if you need. And gentle opening of the right hip. Pressing down through the foot, lifting up through the spine. Focus gaze at a point in front of you. Final exhale. Draw that right knee forward. Remove the foot from the leg. Extend the right leg long. Slowly lower that heel. Good. Inhale to chair. Knees bend, arms rise. Heart lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your left foot back and lower the left knee for Anjaneyasana, a low crescent lunge. Reach the arms up. We're going to lower the hips down here and reach the heart forward and up, but still find some lift. So we're not dumping down and just making this inactive. We're zipping everything up, reaching up, finding lift, maybe a little bit of a back bend. Maybe you cactus your arms if that feels good. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, half splits. Keeping the feet where they are. Extend the left right leg long. Toes come up, hips come back. Finding a stretch in that right leg. You can grab your props here. You want to keep your heart lifted. Squaring the hips towards the top of the mat. Heart shines bright forward. Final round of breath here. Inhale, walk it forward. Tuck the back toes, coming up to high lunge. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair, knees bend, arms rise, reach it up. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step the right foot back, low lunge, lower the right knee. Square the hips towards the top of the mat, untuck the toes. Inhale, reach it up. And then drop the hips between the legs. Feeling a stretch in that front hip flexor. Still pulling that left hip back, right hip forward as you reach up. So lift up out of the pelvis, still grounding down with the lower body. Reach the arms up, heart up, gaze up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach it up. One more breath here. Shoulders relaxed. Exhale, plant your hands on either side of the foot. Half splits. Shift the weight back as the toes of the left foot come up. Maybe finding our blocks. Long through the left leg, scissoring the legs in towards each other. Pull that right knee forward, left hip back. You'll feel it in the back of that left leg. Shoulders relaxed, heart forward. Neutral gaze down and past your toes. Another breath here. And gently release, bending into that left foot. Bringing the hands to frame the foot, tuck the back toes, coming to runner's lunge, step forward to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, arms up. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, arms up again, look up. Forward fold, take it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Lower all the way to your belly for cobra pose. Palms next to the chest, shoulders roll down the back. Tops of the feet press into the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Neutral neck, so gazing straight down at the mat. Zip the legs in towards each other. Elbows pressing back. Press the pubic bone down, so you'll feel a little release in the low back here. Maybe lifting a little bit higher into cobra. Breathe deeply. Just a couple more breaths here. Exhale, release the forehead to the mat. Tuck the toes, lift to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here and downward facing dog. Look between your hands and step the right foot forward for high lunge. Back heel stays lifted. Hug the hips in towards each other so you're zippering that energy up and in. Reach the arms up. Bending into that front knee. Relax the shoulders. Breathe. Exhale, release the arms down beside you. Maybe clasping the fingertips again, drawing the hands down the spine, lifting the heart. You can also just reach the fingertips down or use your strap if you'd like. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, standing splits. Plant the hands on either side of the foot, maybe a little bit ahead of it. Shift the weight forward and lift the left toes off the mat. This lift is coming from the inner thigh, so you're keeping your hips level. Effort comes from finding length in that right leg, eventually straightening it. And the ease comes from releasing the head and the neck down, gazing back at your knee. One more inhale. Exhale, step that left foot to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. Downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward between the hands. High lunge. So left leg scrubs back. Right leg scrubs forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Left knee is bent. Right leg is somewhat straight. Arms reach up. Heart lifts up. And then exhale, release the hands down. Press the shoulders away from the ears. Reach the arms back. Maybe you clasp your fingertips. Find some lift in the torso as you ground down through the lower body. Release the hands. Inhale them up. Exhale, standing splits. Fold forward, planting your hands in front of your left foot. Right leg lifts from the inner thigh. Keep the hips level. It's a closed hip posture. Belly over the thigh. Head hangs heavy. Working on straightening that left leg. Again, just working on it. It doesn't have to get there, as long as you're breathing. Final breath in. Use your exhale to gently step that right foot to meet the left for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. And from here, either lower knees, chest, chin to cobra, or shift the weight forward, bending at the elbows for chaturanga. Untuck the toes, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, step, hop, or tiptoe to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, bring the arms up with you. Take a little back bend, lifting up through the heart. Exhale the mountain. Breathe. Bring the palms together at heart center. Coming back to your breath. Taking a little body scan. Noticing if anything has changed. Feel free to take a little sip of water here or an extra cleansing breath out. Release the palms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, step that right foot back. So tilting forward, slow motion, right foot steps back. Warrior one, plant the foot, reach the arms up. Breathe here. And we're going to step it forward the same way we came in. So begin to reach forward over that left leg, reaching forward with the hands until the right foot lifts. Step to your mountain pose. And then we'll take the other side. Inhale, arms up. Begin to tilt forward as you step the left toes back, almost finding like a warrior three to step back to warrior one. Plant the heel, arms up. Square the hips and the shoulders towards the top of the mat. Breathe. And then exhale, begin to tilt the torso forward, reaching towards the top of the mat. Shift the weight forward to that right foot. Step to your mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands. Step the feet back, finding plank or knees, chest, chin, lower all the way down to your belly. We'll take bow pose here. So reach the arms back, bending the knees. You can also use your strap for this if you know bow is a little bit challenging for you. So reaching back for the outer edges of your feet. Keep the knees and the thighs squeezing in towards each other. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then inhale, lift. Lift the knees off the mat. Pressing the feet and the hands in towards each other, finding a bow pose. Balancing on the belly. Maybe lifting up a little bit more. Keep the neck neutral. Squeezing the legs in, big toes to touch. Shoulders squeezing back. Exhale, gently release. Rest. Bring your hands next to your chest, tuck the toes, lifting up to tabletop. Make your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right heel up and back, and then stack the hips by opening that knee. Take a few hip circles, one direction, then the other. Plant that right foot back down. Other side, extend the left leg, back three-legged dog, bending at the knee, opening the hips, stacking the hips. Take some hip circles, one direction, and then the other. Plant that left foot down. Look between the hands, tiptoe, step, hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll the spine up to stand. And here we are for dancer pose. So, nataranjasana is named after the incarnation of Shiva, one of the three main Hindu gods. As we go through the process of this posture, I'll share a little bit more about the fun little things that we embody. And I say fun, but they are the sacred teachings of the Hindu religion and traditional yoga philosophy. So take that for how it settles with you. Find mountain pose, firm, grounded down in the feet. Begin to bending at the right knee, shift the weight to the left foot, and cupping your right hand. You're going to take the inside of that right foot. So the top of the foot is facing up. The back of the foot is in your cupped hand. Maybe you need a second here to find some balance. Shiva is the destroyer. And think of it as more as reincarnation and destroying something to make something new. It's the completion and the starting of the cycles of life. Inhale, lift the arm up. And exhale, begin to tilt forward as you press that right foot into the hand. So finding bow pose as you reach forward with that left hand. You can also stay standing upright, that's fine. Keep the hips squared towards the mat. Firm in the low body, free in the upper body. Look over your front fingertips and play here. So nataranjasana is known as dancer pose. The Shiva is often portrayed dancing in a circle of flames. So the fire that destroys to prepare for new life. What is in your life that needs to be danced around? Where can you embrace the flames of transformation? Letting go for something new. Come out gently, come back upright, left arm reaches up, right knee comes back to meet the left, gently release, arms down. Take a moment to allow that to sink in. Remembering the importance of reflection and quietness before just barging through to the next thing. Exhale it out. And when you're ready, we'll take dancer on the other side. Shift the weight to the right foot, cupping the left hand, bend the left knee. Grab that left foot with your palm of your hand. We'll turn this way in case you're watching. So your hand is grabbing the inside of that left foot. Right arm comes up, find your balance. Long through the torso, tailbone pressing down, shoulders opening through the heart as you begin to tilt forward, reaching the fingertips forward, pressing the foot and the hand in towards each other, creating some tension like the bow and arrow. Breathe here. If you see the figure of Shiva, lots of them found on altars and art depictions. Shiva's dancing, like I said, in a ring of fire. But underneath one of his feet is a demon dwarf, and that represents ignorance. So you have to dance and release our ignorance and unawareness of things greater than ourselves in order to find freedom. Just a few more breaths here. Keep playing, keep enjoying. And remembering that a dance is a give and take. Sometimes you mess it up, sometimes you fall out, sometimes you make your own moves. But as long as you keep dancing through, it's easier to find a little bit of joy and a little bit of lightheartedness. Inhale to stand, reaching the right arm up. Gently release. Palms together at heart center. Maybe closing the eyes. Exhale out. Soften your heart. Release your thoughts. Release your jaw. Come back to the breath. Take a full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. To release. Fingertips down to your side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, slow motion forward fold. Let's take ragdoll pose, heel toeing your feet apart. Maybe grabbing either elbow, letting the head hang heavy as you just pour over yourself. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower the knees to the mat. Lower the chest between the hands, hanging little inchworm. Inhale, pull forward to cobra. Exhale, shift it back to child's pose. Any variation, knees together or apart. We'll be here for 5 rounds of breath. Open mouth exhale on your final breath out. Slowly begin to sit up. Extend the legs long out in front of you for a forward fold. Spin the inner thighs down, reach the arms up. Hinging at the hips, reach forward with the heart, lower the arms. Inhale, halfway lift, shrug the shoulders down the back, and then exhale, fold, melting over your legs, reaching for the ankles. Allowing yourself to be wherever you're at today. Continuing to use the exhales to release your thoughts. And inhaling to any areas of tension. Letting the sweat drip from your forehead. This evidence of effort. The purification through heat and fire. Allowing that transformation to happen from within. Inhale, look up. Slowly sit up. Bring the soles of the feet together for bound angle pose. Relax the shoulders down the back. Wiggle your heels into place, however far or close in you'd like them. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold over the feet, cupping the toes with your hands, allowing yourself to melt forward in an opening in the inner legs. Let everything go. Just a couple more breaths here. Inhale, slowly begin to sit up. And we're going to stack our legs for fire log pose. So stacking the shins, heel on the knee. And if this is too intense, you can take a normal cross-legged posture or go back to cow face pose, or maybe supine figure 4 as well would be a great option for this. So I already feel it in my hips opening here. You can stay lifted, or you can slowly walk the fingertips forward, bring your heart forward, the chest comes over the legs or reaching that way. So find a spot where it's that ever so precarious balance of effort and ease. It kind of hurts so good, as long as it's not sharp pain hurt. And you can breathe through it. Allow that fire to transform. Find some lightheartedness in the posture. Don't take it so seriously. A couple more breaths here. And begin to walk the fingertips back in as you sit up. Take that right leg next to you, finding deer pose. Bending at the knee and drawing that right heel in towards your backside. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward over that front leg. Breathing here into that left hip now. Roll the spine back up to sit. Windshield wiper the legs, just pivoting. And then pivoting all the way to the other side of the mat, find your fire log pose, the other side. So switching the crossing of the legs, So the other one is on top. Relax the shoulders, sit up straight. Maybe walk forward. Maybe you stay a little bit lifted here. Maybe you can go even further. Allow the body to guide you. Quiet the ego with the breath. Continue relaxing the jaw or anywhere else where you tend to hold that tension. Let the breath do its work. If you're folding forward, remember to bring the heart forward first, keeping that chest open. A few more rounds here. Deeply inhaling, slowly exhaling. Inhale, look up, walk the hands back, slowly sitting back up. And top leg and bring it next to you for deer pose, bending at the knee, drawing that heel in. Right shin is still parallel to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach forward, fold over that front leg. Again, only going as far as you need. Maybe you walk the arms to the right or the left to find that sweet spot. Now sensing it a little bit more on that right side. Or whatever side the front bent leg is. Breathing easy here. And just 2 more rounds of breath. Where can you let go a little more? And to sit up, we're going to curl the spine almost like cat pose to begin to sit back up. And pivoting on the hips, windshield wiper the knees, left and right. And go ahead and lower onto your back. Extend the legs tall up towards the ceiling with your feet flat. And then open the legs to either side. Finding kind of like a wide-legged forward fold, but with the legs up in the air. Exhale them back together, bending at the knees, hug the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze, maybe a gentle rocking left and right. Full breath out. Reach between the knees, grab your toes, your ankles, finding happy baby. Any variation, any way that makes your baby happy. Feel free to roll around or find some stillness, stretching, whatever feels good. And then bring the knees back in towards your chest, hug them in, and lower the knees towards the right side for a twist. Bring the knees up closer for a deeper stretch, a deeper twist, or you can lower your knees down to release a little bit easier. And find the spot that feels good. And then extend the left arm long and look over your left shoulder. And feel the body becoming heavy. Feel the eyelids getting heavier as well. Maybe even beginning to softly close. Inhale the head straight, lift the knees back to center. Give yourself a squeeze again, wrapping the forearms around the knees, hugging them in. And then gently drop the knees towards the left. Adjusting. Before you find the twist that works, extend the right arm long. Look over your right shoulder. Again, begin to let everything melt into the mat. Take a final couple rounds of breath here. And then inhale, the face towards the ceiling. Lift the knees back up. If there's any final postures you need to close out your practice, go ahead and take what you need. And then find Shavasana. Extending the legs long on the mat. Releasing the arms to the earth. Releasing every muscle. Allowing every bone to become heavy. Feel the back body supported by the earth. The front body feeling free in the ether around us. Unclench your jaw and scrunch your face. Soften the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Feel the ears melting down the side of the head. Feel the hands and the feet heavy. And enjoy your rest. Slowly begin to introduce some small movements to the fingers and the toes. Rolling the wrists and the ankles. And drawing the knees in towards the chest. Slowly curling into yourself and lowering to one side of the body. And as you're ready, mindfully press yourself up to a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed or softly gazing down in front of you. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, bringing the palms together at the top. Exhaling them down through heart center. Thank you for sharing this practice with me. And may all your transitions and transformations be more like a dance. I'll see you next time on the virtual mat.